Okay, welcome back for the second topic for this video. Yeah, we will talk about the element of strategy. Yeah, if the for the previous video we have already talked about the element of luck. Yeah, how we can add randomness to make sure that our game is fresh every time we play it. Yeah, what about the strategy? Yeah, can we do the same for using a strategy? Yeah, let's take a look about the strategy games first. Yeah, so the strategy games is a games where the every decision will influence the game and may determine the outcome of the decision maker. Yeah, whether or not they will win or they will actually lose. Yeah, so here the strategy games challenge players to pick the best decision. So the characteristic for the strategy games are we have less or no randomness at all. Yeah, usually we pick the latter. Yeah, no randomness at all. For example, like chess, we don't have any random element over there. Yeah, requires high awareness and concentration from players to watch the game states closely and constantly. Yeah. So what this means, you as the players must constantly look at and be aware of your gain VP or the gain VP for your opponents. Yeah, how much money do you have? How much money available in the bank or the board? Uh, the condition of your army. Yeah, the composition of your weapons, magics, resources. Yeah, and so on. Either yourself or other players as well. Yeah, so you must keep track of many game states in strategy games. Yeah, strategy games also is also winnable in many ways, and usually they will have the internal decision tree. Yeah, so for every player they must think. Yeah, usually if we visualize it, it will result in something like decision tree. Yeah. So for example here, uh, if I think about should I accept a new job offer, yeah, then I can draw my decision tree as follows. Yeah. I start here with a root node. Yeah, if the salary is at least $5,000, yeah, is the salary at least $5,000 for the job offer? If no, then I will simply decline the offer. Yeah. If yes, I will ask myself again, uh, will I have to commute more than 1 hour? If yes, then I will decline the offer. Yeah, because that means I will take the commute for 2 hours. Yeah, from my home to the office and then go back from the office to my home. Yeah, it takes too much time for me. Yeah, waste of time. Yeah, but if it is less than 1 hour, yeah, do the office offers free coffee? If no, then I will decline the offer. Yeah, if yes, then finally I will accept the offer. Yeah, so here, this is the root node, and this is the decision nodes here. Commute more than 1 hour and offers free coffee. They are decision nodes. Yeah, and then uh, the offer here, decline offer and accept offer, they are called leaf nodes. Yeah, this is the visualization of internal decision tree. Yeah, of course, when you play the board game, you will not have to draw this internal decision tree. Yeah, that's uh, too ridiculous for us. Yeah, but actually, if we want to visualize our decision tree, yeah, that we do internally, it will look something like this. Okay, so is a board game with pure strategy fun? Yeah, some says yes, it is still fun, but some other will say no, it is not fun at all. Yeah. Okay, to answer this, let's imagine a sliding puzzle game. Like here, we have 4 by 4 pieces of what is this? Yeah, I think it's a chameleon. Yeah, you have 15 pieces that you can slide to create the full picture. Yeah, this is a sliding puzzle game. Yeah, of course, I think you have played at least once, yeah, of this sliding puzzle game. Yeah, when you finish the game, what do you feel? Do you feel happy? Do you feel fulfilled? Yeah, because hooray, my game is complete. I can finally look at the gorgeous picture here. Yeah, so for example, here there is a fish with the corals and the starfish and so on in the depth of the ocean. Yeah, I can finally see the whole picture. Yeah, do you feel satisfied? Yeah, maybe you have satisfied. Yeah, to finish this game in the less time possible with the least move possible. Yeah. Okay, now after you have played the game, if I ask you, please play this game for 10 times, yeah, or please play this game, the same game for 100 times, yeah, what will you feel actually when you finish it? Yeah, for everyone, I think the answer is the same. Yeah, our happiness and satisfaction level will gradually decrease every time we play the same game or the same puzzle. Yeah, so we can conclude here that a pure strategy game is said to be fun only when the players have not solved all problems offered by the game. Yeah. When they finally solve all problems, then the fun level will actually gradually decrease, yeah, over time. Now, now, some of you may ask, yeah, what about chess? Because chess is a purely strategic game, but hey, I can still enjoy playing chess. Yeah. Yes, you are correct. Yeah. So chess here is a pure strategy game here with no luck involved at all. Yeah. However, the permutation of possible steps, yeah, possible allowed step in the chess, enormous. Yeah. Some people have calculated it and they estimate that roughly we have 10 to the power of 40 possible games. Yeah. That means 10 with 40 zeros in following. Yeah, so you can imagine that even during your lifetime, if you play chess at least once a day, you may not exhausted all possibilities of chess even when you finally die. Yeah? So that's why it is still fun to play chess multiple times. Yeah, but if the possibility is limited, yeah, for example, like tic-tac-toe, yeah, if you calculate, you can still calculate of the possibilities and it is still limited, yeah, compared to the chess. Then only by playing tic-tac-toe maybe for 10 or 15 times, then you will get bored easily. So we have some types of decision best to avoid, yeah, in board games. We have three types here. The first one is obvious decision, the second is meaningless decision, and the third one is blind decision. Yeah. Let's take a look at each decision one by one. The first one is the obvious decision. Yeah. Let's pay attention to this game of the tic tac toe. Yeah. I have two crosses here and two circles here, two zeros. Yeah. Let's say this is a zero. Yeah. Say it is now your turn. Yeah. And you are the X player. Which cell will you choose? Yeah, if you want to win, yeah, obviously, you will pick this cell, of course. Yeah, the second row, the rightmost cell, to prevent the zero player or the O player winning. Yeah, so this is called an obvious decision. Yeah, be careful about the obvious decision, as the board games with too many obvious decisions will cause players to think they don't have any options anymore. Yeah, there is no freedom of choice. Yeah, so for example here, yeah, although if you want, you may not choose here. Yeah, but you choose here maybe to prolong the game, but for the next player, the old player, the answer is obvious. They will choose over here to win the game. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think there is any other decision to make here. That's why this is called the obvious decision. Yeah. Please prevent too many obvious decisions when designing your board game. The second one is a meaningless decision. Yeah, when the players are given some decisions with the very same result, yeah, regardless of their choice, then this is a meaningless decision. Yeah, if you are digital game players, then maybe you will remember from the era of Mass Effect. Yeah, if you know that game, Mass Effect 3. Yeah, Mass Effect franchise is set or was set, yeah, by the developers BioWare. Yeah, every choices you make will greatly impact the outcome of your game. Yeah, they highly promote their game to be like that. Yeah, every decision matters. Yeah. However, at the final game, there is a final of the Mass Effect 3. Yeah, the last game for the trilogy. Yeah, they only offer three choices for the final story. Yeah, and regardless of your choice, the ending is still roughly the same. Yeah. If you want to take a look at the controversies, yeah, many players were not happy with the decision BioWare made. Yeah, you may search yourself for. It was popular as RGNB decision. Yeah, RGB decision. Why? Because there is a visual that, yeah, subtle visual that represents for each decision. Yeah, one is red, one is green, and one is blue. Although the color is actually subtle. Yeah, you can take a look at yourself. So to avoid the clash from your players, yeah, to prevent their being unhappy about the meaningless decision. So avoid this at all cost. Yeah, it will strip away the fun factor. Yeah, since the player will feel their choice will have no effect at all. Yeah, so why should I choose one of these? Because I know the outcome will be still the same. Yeah, so don't create a meaningless decision in your board game. Yeah, yeah, this also applies to digital game as well. Yeah, yeah. I will give you one sample of meaningless decision. Yeah, let's say you are a thief, then you want to steal something from the palace. Yeah, but when you get into the palace, you look at the front gate and you notice that there are two guards, yeah, guarding the front gate. So you must sneak into the palace. That means you must go past the guards. Yeah. What will you do? Yeah. The first option A is to bribe them with golds. Yeah, you have so many golds at your disposal. Just use it to bribe the guards. Yeah, and tell them to let me in. The second option, the B, yeah, B option, try to sneak without getting noticed. Yeah, if you design this correctly, then this will present a very challenging and interesting option for the players. Yeah, but let's say that we have decided to do something like this. Yeah, if you choose the option A, Yeah, let's say you walk towards the guards and talk casually with them. At the end of your conversation, you ask their permission to enter the palace. Yeah, when they refuse, then you also give them some gold coins. Yeah, to bribe them. Yeah, it turns out that they are very loyal guards, so they don't take your cards, and instead they get angry, so they arrest you, and you are thrown into the dungeon cell for bribing the guards. Yeah, this is the result of option A. However, if you choose option B, yeah, let's say you choose to sneak past the guards. Yeah, you try to sneak past the guards when they look away from you. Unfortunately, when you sneak, you don't see a perfectly black cat. Yeah, because it is night at night time. Yeah, you don't see a perfectly black cat sleeping right beside the bush, and then you step on the cat. Yeah, the cat wakes up and then it meows angrily to you and scratches you all over your body. Yeah, the noise produce is loud enough to actually alert both guards. Yeah, this result in you are being arrested and thrown into the jail cell for trying to enter the palace without permission at all. Yeah, so you can see here. Yeah, even though the problem is actually interesting. Yeah, which option will we take if you have the same outcome, the same consequences here? Yeah, option A, the player is arrested and thrown into the dungeon cell. Option B, the player is also arrested and thrown into the dungeon cell. Yeah, then why must we choose A or B? Yeah, if both options actually result in the player being arrested. Yeah, so please avoid this at any cost. Yeah, don't incorporate meaningless decision to your board game. Yeah, the third one is a blind decision. Yeah, blind decision is a decision taken without knowing the exact outcome. Yeah, this is the element of uncertainty. Yeah, finally we introduce some uncertainty into the decision of the players. Yeah, this will cause the player to actually act in random. Yeah. One example to illustrate this is the rock, paper, and scissors game. Yeah, we know every decision results in a different outcome. Yeah, so yeah, simple scissor beats paper, paper beats rock, and rock beats scissor. Yeah, we know the rules. They are very simple to learn. However, we can't be sure which one to actually choose. Yeah, because we don't know which one our opponent will choose. Yeah, so this is a example of blind decision. Yeah, after we look at these three types of decision, it is can be concluded that they are not fun. Yeah, it takes too much time for players to think which one is better for themselves. Yeah, so the solutions are as follows. Yeah, the first one, don't incorporate meaningless decisions. Yeah, avoid meaningless decisions at all costs. Yeah, for obvious decisions, you should create that obvious decision must be or can be automatically selected. Yeah, because otherwise it is not an option at all. Yeah, why the player must think that it is beneficial for them to take this obvious decision at all. Yeah, just make them automatically select the obvious decisions. For the blind decisions, you can make it totally random, yeah, but don't make the blind decision influence the game directly. Yeah. The other solution is to implement what we call a trade-off for our board game. Yeah, trade-off is when players give or pay or let go something they possess to get better things or better results. Yeah. We will take a look of some types of trade-offs. Yeah, resource trade, risk versus rewards, choice of action, short-term versus long-term, social information, and dilemmas. Okay, the first one is the resource trade. Yeah, this is simply means that we trade resources, obviously in our possession. Yeah, resources that we have with other players. Yeah, here we must consider carefully which one actually worth more compared to other resources. So here the players perform what we call a value judgment. Yeah, we judge the value of each resources. Yeah, then we determine which resource is the most precious to us. Yeah, so value judgment is the ability to decide which one is more worthy to keep for now or maybe to sell later. Yeah, when we incorporate value judgment, this will greatly impact the game flow. Yeah, to perform the value judgment, players will usually consider many factors when trading the resources. Yeah, let's take a look for resource trade in a game called Settler of Catan. Yeah, Settler of Catan has 5 types of resources. Yeah, let's say it is wood, brick, and then what is this? Yeah, grains, rocks, and ships or stocks. Yeah. Okay, and then uh, each player may trade its resources to get another ones. Yeah, usually preferably better. Yeah, obviously you don't want to trade your resources to get something worse than what you have right now. Okay, let's say that you have woods and bricks. Yeah, and then another player needs woods. Yeah, and you don't need bricks for now. Okay, so I present to you one type of decision. Yeah, one type of possibility, but the decision is still yours. When to actually trade your bricks for woods, so that your excess woods is tradable for other players who did the boots, yeah, because high demand means high price, yeah. Or do you want to actually still keep your brick for now? Yeah, you don't care about another player needs, because I don't know when I will actually need the brick, and whether or not in the future you there is still enough brick for you. Yeah, the choice is still yours. But if you want, if you decide to trade, then you can trade it now, or you can save it when the woods are scarce, yeah, high demand and low supply, which will usually result in high price. Okay, the second type of trade-off is risk versus reward. Yeah, this is interesting because not everyone will take the same option. Yeah. I will ask you this question. Which one will you use? Will you choose over this? Yeah. The first option is a safer decision. Yeah. You will not lose anything, but you will gain something. Yeah. And the second option, B, is a more valuable option. Yeah. But it is riskier with a possibility of failing. Yeah, which one will you choose? Yeah, you can type it in the comments. Yeah, which one you will take, and maybe you can explain why you choose maybe a safer decision or the more valuable but riskier decision. Yeah, I will let you know, so you can express yourself in the comments below. Okay. The answer is not everyone will choose the same option. Yeah. Usually, if you are in the desperate condition, yeah, you will tend to choose the riskier option. Yeah, the decision depends on the analysis of the players themselves. Yeah, how safe or how risky it then is that option. Yeah, but not every desperate players will choose the riskier option. Yeah, it will also depend on the nature of the player themselves. Yeah, we have two sides here. The first one is the risk takers. Yeah. For the risk takers, they tend to play risky with possible higher outcomes. but also with a higher possibility of failing. Yeah, higher possibility of gaining nothing or even losing something from their possession. Yeah. Meanwhile, the second club is the risk averse. Yeah. They tend to play safer. Yeah. Usually to prevent losses. Yeah. Because when we lose something, you will feel pain, right? When you lose something. Yeah. And if the thing you lose is very valuable to you, then the pain is greater also. Yeah. So to prevent losses, risk averse will choose to play safer. Yeah. So here, in the decision making, a little luck can also create the uh, can also can also influence the decision making. Yeah. So sometimes we can incorporate some possibility here. Yeah, if you choose the more valuable one, we present some possibility of failing. Yeah, we incorporate the element of luck over here. Yeah, let's take a look at the mechanic here. In it is a push your luck. Yeah, push your luck is a mechanic where the players may decide to keep performing their action or stop. Yeah, usually when the players stop, they will gain all VPs or any resources they have gained so far. Yeah, however, when they fail, yeah, when they continue their action, they may fail. Yeah, we have some risk here, usually also increasing over time. Yeah, if they fail, then they lose all gained VP or resources. Yeah, I think if you have done your workshop, yeah, the master battle game, then at the third game, we have introduced a push your luck mechanic. Yeah, if you haven't played the game, I suggest you play it first to better understand this mechanic. Yeah, I will put the link to the video in the description. Yeah, if not, then if you have already played the game, then you will feel that this mechanic is an interesting one. Yeah. When to actually stop and when to keep doing the actions. Here, I have a game, Merchant and Marauders. Yeah. In the merchant rating phase, players will draw 3 cards. Yeah. Initially, they draw 3 cards. In the each card, they show how many golds a player will gain and the action performed by the merchant ships. Yeah. The actions, for example, like do nothing and flee. Okay. So the rules. If the player manages to raid 10 golds, they will gain 1 victory point. Yeah. However, if there are 3 flee cards, yeah, so that means that the merchant ships successfully flee from your raid. So it means that players fail to raid, losing all golds gained so far. Yeah. So for example here, you may decide whether to draw new cards, yeah, to gain more golds, thus gaining more VP, yeah, or you can stop now and claim 4 golds, yeah, because you have possibility that you will draw another flea cards, yeah. Maybe if you haven't drawn any of the flea cards, then you can push your luck and draw more cards here. But if there are already 2 flea cards, then you must think carefully here when to actually stop drawing new cards and claim all golds. Yeah. The next type of trade-offs is the choice of actions. Yeah, there are many good options to take, but usually you have only one to choose at the given time. Yeah, so a player will decide which one is more important at that moment in hope that the others can still be taken on the next rounds. So here the example is Caverna. In the Caverna, at the start of the game, there are 9 actions to choose. Each round will actually add a new action. So at the end of the game, there are a total of 24 actions to choose. Yeah. However, players will compete one with each other. Yeah. So you must decide whether or not you want to select the action now, or you can save it for later. Yeah, especially when you have 2 or more competing actions. Yeah, conflicting actions. You want to choose A, but you also want to choose B. Which one to actually choose? Will you choose A now, or will you choose B now, or will you save both for later? Yeah, so we have a conflict over short-term and long-term benefits here. There are decisions which benefits can be applied immediately, and also decisions with later and also greater benefit. Yeah, so we as players must be smart to balance the short-term and long-term needs. The example of using these trade-offs is the engine building game. Yeah, engine building game is a subgenre of a board game where the players shall slowly build up a system of generating resources, yeah, either in the type of money, maybe wood, or food, and something else, or even victory points. Yeah, and typically these engines will become more efficient as the time goes on, as the game goes on, leading to a satisfying sense of achievement when the machine actually runs at full speed. Yeah, examples, the games are Dominion, Race for the Galaxy, Caverna, and Splendor. I will take the example of Splendor here. Yeah. On this game of Splendor, the players will compete each other to buy cards with the resources here. Yeah, the color chips are the resources here, and the cards are something that we can buy with these chips. Yeah, we have VPs over the cards, yeah, in the upper left corner. Yeah, so these are the VPs, and also they can be used as additional resources. Yeah, so the gems are written or imagined in the upper right side of the cards. Yeah, represents the additional resources we can use. Yeah, we have 3-tier cards here. The first one is usually not very expensive. Yeah, here you can see the actual cost of buying this card. For example, to buy this card, I must have one blue, one green, one red, and one brown. Yeah, so these cards are cheap, but the third card, yeah, the tier 3 cards, they are usually expensive. Yeah, so let's say here, to actually buy this card, then I must pay for 7 blues and three reds. Yeah, they are very expensive, and actually too expensive to buy at the beginning of the game. So the common strategy here is engine building. Yeah, players buy the cheaper cards first. Yeah, maybe for the from the first tier first. Yeah, you buy these cards, collect the cards, and then this will actually slowly build the resources needed to buy the tier 2 cards. Yeah, and or maybe you want to actually target directly at the third tier card. Yeah, which gains the most VP here. Yeah, let's say the third tier here we have 5 and 4 VPs here. In the meantime, for the second tier, we have only 1 or 2 or maximum 3 VPs here, and the first tier does not yield any VPs. Okay, another trade-off is social information. Yeah, in social games, usually they require bluffing, deal making, and also backstabbing. Yeah, so social games force players to either play honestly or deceitfully. Yeah, dishonestly. You may lie to another players. Yeah, sometimes dishonesty may result better for you, but as the consequences, yeah, the players may be reluctant to have deals with you in the future because how can I trust you when you lie to me? Yeah. There are sample mechanics for this type of trade-offs, yeah, betting or wagering, take that, trading, dice rolling, and hand management. Yeah, if you are not familiar with these mechanics, just take a look at the board game geeks. Yeah. Okay. Another trade-off is incorporating dilemmas. Yeah. Yeah. Usually, uh, dilemmas will result when you must discard something valuable from your hand, yeah, whether it is a token, a card, abilities, resources, or anything valuable from your possession, yeah. Then we will have dilemmas, which one or which ones to actually discard now and which ones to keep for later. Yeah, so here you can also apply the value judgment. Yeah, you will usually you will think which one is more valuable for you and which one to has less value, so you can discard it safely without creating too much loss for you. Okay, so tips for creating a strategy board game. Yeah, require a player to do the value judgment, and then for resources, yeah, for games with resources, try to make the values shift over time. Yeah, so for example, you can create a game that the resources will cost more, yeah, as the game goes on, or maybe the values will cost less over time. Yeah, and then again, avoid meaningless decisions. Yeah, no meaningless decision here, and also for obvious decision, incorporate automatic selection. Okay, yeah, that was a long talk, but I think that's all about the element of strategy. Yeah? Okay, so we have talked about the element of chance. We have talked about the element of strategy in separate. Yeah. Now, can we actually combine these two elements? Yeah, chance and strategy. Yeah. The answer is of course we can. Yeah. But we must be careful. Yeah. We must find the right balance of chance and strategy. Yeah, we will take a look at the how to find the right balance between chance and strategy in the following video. Yeah. If you have any questions, any comments, you can write it down in the comments below, or you can actually discuss it with us in the Google Hangouts group. Yeah. Until then, see you on the next topic. Yeah, the last topic, how to find the right balance between chance and strategy.